So I just got done watching this video by Martin Goldberg. I like Goldie. Goldie has some opinions that a lot of folks don't like, and sometimes he butts heads with people that you figure he'd be friends with. But being able to butt heads with somebody and still be friends with them is a good quality. It's something that we lack tremendously in this society. He's talking about the 60, 70, 80-year-old alpha wolf, you know, the AARP alpha is what he called it. I thought that was pretty slick, man. The AARP alpha. He was talking about Robert Kiyosaki and how he's sitting there, you know, shouldered up with Richard Cooper and Rollo Tomasi, and wow. I think about that, right? When you think about game or frame or PUA or any of the incessant meanderings that these people talk about, do you think about Robert Kiyosaki? No, you don't. So what the hell is Robert Kiyosaki sitting in on a podcast like this for? Goldberg hit around it, didn't quite say it. Well, he said it, but didn't expand enough on it, and that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to expand on that a little bit. You think that it's just a friendly little get-together, that they just happen to have common interests? I don't think so. I think it's a financial shark coming into the manosphere and looking for ways to exploit it. Is it beyond comprehension to see people like Tomasi and Cooper and Kiyosaki sitting down and formulating ways to get all of the negativity in the manosphere and around what they do, the game and the frame shit, get that out of the picture and then reformat it, rebundle it, package it, and sell it? Is that out of the frame there? Sorry, is that out of the frame? I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. The AARP Alpha Chad. Oh goddamn! I'm still chuckling about that. I don't know what to say, man, other than you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere, but you got to think about it in a little bit different way. You have to. I'm not going to get into the whole 3D, 4D chess thing. You got to think about this with a larger lens, you know, a larger picture. If a guy, a woman, a guy, whoever, is nearing the end of their sexual usefulness, if they're nearing the end of the best years of their look life, their sexual marketplace value, right? If that's on the decline, and then they're not able to pull what they were pulling before, if that was the goal for them, you know, for most people, that's not the goal. Most people want to fuck, they want to get laid, but that's not the goal for most people. The goal for most people is to just feel good, you know, to just have somebody that they can be happy with, that can be happy with them, and then see where life takes you. That's kind of the goal. But when that starts to wane and that starts to drop off, are there other ways that the AARP alpha can still stay alpha? You know, the whole alpha beta thing, it's very tired. It's very tired. It's very tiresome. It's tedious. I don't think it has a lot of usefulness. I said years ago that the new alpha, you know, big old air quotes there, was the guy that could think for himself. It didn't make a difference if he was skinny or fat or tall or short or white or black. It didn't make a difference. If you could think for yourself, you're the new alpha, right? I mean, think about the way that power and finance and coercion and persuasion, all of these things work out here in the world. We're some complicated fucking creatures. We really are. People like to try to boil men down to their very basest assets, you know, dick, money, and looks. And it's not that. It's not that. And that's why they're so frustrated and flustered with most men. And when I say they, I mean other men that aren't on the same level of competition, that aren't on the same level of thought. Feminists, women. That's why they're so frustrated with men. Is because men are much, much more complicated than they give them credit for. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes that's not a good thing. Just watching these people try not to get run over out here. It's interesting to come to a geriatrics parking lot and watch them park. 70 and 80-year-old motherfuckers getting out of cars. They can't see over the steering wheels. And all kinds of crazy shit. But is there another life, you know, to the supposed alpha after SMV is gone or declines? Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, there is. And that's what made me start thinking about this video, was when he said AARP, and then he still said alpha with him. And I'm sure that there was some, you know, some tongue-in-cheek there, and I'll acknowledge that. But I really think that he hit on something. He hit on something, and it wasn't properly explored. But that wasn't the topic of his video, so I get it. He hit on something that when you go through the mindset of an alpha or a beta, which is to say people that think for themselves or people that follow the lead of others. When you go through that mindset in life, it's incredibly difficult to change it. You have to be able to recognize and evaluate what's going on with you on a very personal level. And not many people are capable of that. Not many people even realize that it's a thing, that you can evaluate yourself. You should be able to evaluate yourself. He had a picture of Anna Nicole Smith. You know, I remember the first time that I saw Anna Nicole Smith, she got picked up to do Playboy, and she was a waitress in, what was it, a Texas or an Oklahoma hash house? She was a single mother, you know, and then because she has an asset, excuse me, an asset, and that's her looks, right? That's her looks. It didn't matter that she made poor choice after poor choice after poor choice, or that she was dumber than a box of fucking tacks. That didn't matter. She knew that she had something that she could exploit on whatever level she was allowed to exploit it. Whether it be in a local town at a hash house, or some fucking agent for Playboy just happened to stumble across her, be like, hey, that bitch might be kind of good in this next issue. Let's put her in there. And then it's the face that launched 1,000 bank accounts, right? Anna Nicole Smith. Now, her life was a fucking train wreck, right? It's obvious that her life was a train wreck. It's obvious that everything around that woman was fucked or being fucked. And then she marries what? J. Howard Marshall, right? Married J. Howard Marshall. And then a few months after they marry, he's passing on, and she's trying to collect like oil tycoon money, baby. Was J. Howard Marshall being an alpha? Was he doing what was necessary for him to continue on in that mind frame, being as old as he was in his 80s, marrying a Playboy model that still had it reasonably okay? Is that an alpha thing? Is that a free thinker? Or is that just somebody that looks at people as a commodity? It's no different than one of us going to Walmart and picking shit off the shelf. Yeah, I'll have one of those. One of those. Oh, man, I'll have two of those. Is it different? I don't think it's different. I don't think it's different at all. I think that there's too many people out here that don't understand the way that life really works. They don't understand their role in life. And their role in life is not as significant as they would believe. They don't realize that they are the commodity. They are the commodity. Big mouth hoes walking by. Big mouth bitches. Got the windows rolled up and you still fucking hear them. Crazy motherfuckers. Yeah, I don't think that people really understand their place in all of this. I don't think that they get it. They don't get it. They don't know. You think if cows knew while they were out on the farm grazing in their free range, you think if they knew what their fate was that they would just sit still and take it? I think some of them would, because they're already resigned. It's like it was great while it lasted. Well, I guess I won't get to finish that cud. And I think some of them would revolt. But you have to have a level of self-awareness in order to do that, in order to revolt. That's just hideous. This bitch walking in here, man, she's got this wig on, this weave on, and it looks like a fucking weave. I mean, Jesus Christ. What's wrong with these people? These some self-haters, man. Self-haters. But yeah. I was just thinking about that. I thought Goldberg did a good one today, man. I'll link the video. I'll put it in the low bar. I'll put it in the low bar so you can get out there and take a peek at it yourselves. It's like a little 9 or 10 minute video, and it's something to think about. It's something to think about. Why do topics like the ones that are frequently posted in MGTOW videos get likes, and then some of them don't get likes? What's the difference, right? If it's a MGTOW video, they should all get about the same amount of likes, right? It's the topic of choice. The topic of choice is a rage topic for the most part. There's a lot of people out there that are feeling a particular kind of way about life and how life gave them lemons and they couldn't even make lemonade out of the lemons. And it's incredibly relevant. It's incredibly pertinent when you're not willing to acknowledge to yourself that you're in pain, that you hurt, and that you don't know why you hurt, that you're betrayed, and you feel stupid or embarrassed about being betrayed, about being cast out onto fucking Survivor Island somewhere, just so that you got to go pick up the fucking pieces now. That's a lot of it. That's a lot of it. Makes me sad that fellas are still searching for themselves in such a way. I can relate. I kind of been having that struggle here lately. You know, I won't expand upon that, but man, we all struggle. The struggle is never over, gents. It's never over. It's not over until that last breath exits your lungs. You got to take particular care of who and what you are. You have to hold your identity to you. All of those things that make you got to keep them real close to the vest. Go watch that video. Goldberg has a moment there in that video, and I think he hit on all kinds of subject matter that didn't get explored. The AARP alpha, right? This is what I've said to people before. When somebody will run up on you And because you're in this MGTOW thing or red pill or you're a monk or whatever it is, and it comes to their knowledge and they have something fucking slick to say or something smart to say about it, because you know how people are. That's just what they do now. And they want to run you down. Watch this, bitch. Hang on, gents. Hang on. Hang on. Backing out of her parking space, looking at her phone as she almost backs into somebody. Jesus Christ. Parking lots are interesting. Did I say that? I said that earlier, didn't I? I lost my thought. Yeah, man, the AARP Alpha. How does this guy stay relevant, right? How does he stay doing what he's doing? Does he just transition from one field to another when its usefulness is gone? Does that type of fella look at the sexual marketplace as the sexual marketplace, or does he just pick and choose? Does he sit around and wait for somebody to come up and drop their handkerchief? No. No. Can you say that he's simping? You could. Yeah. You can absolutely say that. Is that entirely accurate? No. It's not entirely accurate. So, yeah, gents. Get on out there, have yourselves a good day, man. Have yourselves a decent day. Go walking. Do something. Do something. Get up out of bed. Get off your fucking phone. Go live your life. You know, you don't know how much time you got. Make your days count. Don't be an AARP alpha.